All right, this is a video comparing swing mechanics with body mechanics. Those are two different ways to both analyze and interpret what is happening within a golf swing. We can correctly interpret cause versus effect and go after the cause. We can help golfers get better much faster. So let's take a peek. This is a gentleman, senior, at one time really good golfer. And like a lot of seniors, as we get older, the things don't work the way they used to, and the golf swing or playing golf is just one of those things that begin to change. This is very common. I would put this in the top 3 swing faults that we see in the baby boomers or that generation in the 65 plus age group category. So we're going to go to the top of the backswing, and we're going to talk first about what swing mechanics would do. Swing mechanics is 100%, your top priority is always this. So one of the first things that someone would tell this gentleman, or what a golf instructor would try to do, is to get his hands higher, and I would agree with that his hands are low. We may not agree on cause and effect and actually how to fix that. So we know that his hands are too low. We definitely need to get his hands up a little higher. He's got a pretty decent downswing move, and we'll show that to you here in a minute. So let's come over here and look on the right side. All right, at the top of his backswing, I'm going to put my lines, and then if I connected those or I dropped a plumb line, I'm going to drop the plumb line from hip to ankle, and then I'm going to drop a plumb line over here. This is to help teach you golfers how to begin to analyze your own swing using body mechanics. You've got to put dots on your joints, drop your plumb lines. So we don't need force plates to know that this man's weight is like 100% on the left side. And because of the increased flex in the knee, we can see it from this side, and his knee is moving that direction. We know that most of his body weight, the primary balancing joint in this position, is going to be the left knee. So the majority of his body weight at the top of the backswing is centering on this balancing joint. That's the primary joint that's holding him in that position. We know that he's moved all the way to the left because of the plumb line. So he has an improper weight shift. And a lot of people would say his problem is the rotating of the hips. So let's go back to swing mechanics. If we look at, we got to back this up, that as soon as he starts the backswing, his hips are rotating, and that would be correct. So let's pinpoint his belly button. But there's two things going on here. Even though we see his hips rotating, belly button is our primary or belt buckle, we also see a big shift to the left. So it's not just the rotation of the belly button, it's the fact that he makes a horizontal shift to the left side. So you can see that, right? Oh, let's go just to the top. There's the top. All right, so he shifts all of his body weight over to the left side. The knee is now the primary balancing joint. Weight can be felt on the ball of the left foot. He likely doesn't feel anything on the right. It would be physically impossible to be loading the right unless he's just bracing with that right foot. The increase in knee bend, this is a real key here. The increase in knee bend coincides with the rotation of the hips. So I want everyone who's watching this video, if you're a senior golfer, I want you to get in front of a mirror without a club and create that move. And so part of the problem, or I would say the majority body mechanic wise, is he shifts his pelvis to the left, and then he increases the knee bend, and the knee moves out front. When you increase the knee bend like that, that hip's going to continue to rotate. So he doesn't have a restriction in his hips, or he doesn't even have a restriction in his shoulder turn. What he does have is a weight shift left and an increasing flex in the knee. All right, so what we did with him is it took this is maybe a 10-minute lesson max. We used the TED training, which you'll learn more about that, or if you want more information about it, there's going to be a link below. We used a TED training technique. TED stands for tedious, exhausting, and demanding. And I used another technique called R&W, which is right and wrong training. It took me approximately 10 minutes to connect his mind to his body so he knew how to control it. If I just told him what was wrong or get his hands higher, I didn't teach him how to fix the problem. All I did is tell him what's wrong, and then I would have expected his nervous system to take those words and somehow work the problem and figure it out. That's the biggest problem with swing mechanics, is swing mechanics does not tell someone how to fix it. It just tells somebody what is wrong, tells them what's wrong. So as you see those different positions, the next video following this one, you're gonna be able to see where his hands end up at the top of the backswing and where his club position is at the top of the backswing, as a result of us doing nothing more than getting him to shift his weight, stack up on the plumb line. We're actually going to have him put the knee directly over the ankle, and let's see how well the club is positioned when he just changes that one small fundamental.
Hi, Allison here. Thanks for watching that clip. And if you enjoyed it and you're interested in scheduling your own one-on-one Zoom lesson, just click the link below. Thanks.